Right, okay guys, so before we get into the topic of the video, I just wanted to show my t-shirt that I designed and had made up. Make Lucasfilm great again. Yeah, I was looking at it, like, it's coming out of ideas for t-shirts, and I thought, yeah, I need to get that done, because this is my little way of sticking two fingers up at Disney and Lucasfilm at the moment, because I hate the stuff they're bringing out. It's crap. And to be quite honest, I wanted to wear this t-shirt loud and proud just to say, look, have it. You know, so this is my bit. This is what I'm doing. This is my way of sticking fingers up at them. Anyway, this isn't what this video is about. This video is about a box of comics I bought for £22. Yeah, I paid £22 for this box. Now, I will admit, I've already been through it, and I have bag and boarded everything, because this is not how it came. So what you know, when you see them, I've done the bagging and boarding. They were rough as hell. When I say rough, I don't mean damaged. I just mean that they were chucked in there, and it was like, right, let's get them bag and boarded before any get damaged. Once again, like most bundles, I won't be keeping all of these. Some of them will be going, but there were quite a few in here that I did like. So let's go through them, and we can have a look at some of the dodgy artwork on some of these too, because there's some older ones, and you know I normally say the older ones have got better artwork. Not always, but we'll get to that. And sorry, I've just drunk some Coke before this video. That was a bad idea. Now, one of the things I did see in the picture, and bearing in mind the picture I saw on eBay, they were all strewn over each other, so I couldn't see them properly, and I could only see like half of this. So I actually thought it was a Judge Dredd comic, and then I realised it's actually not. It's an A to Z of Judge Dredd. So, but what it has got is some nice little, you know, reminders of how Judge Dredd looked, you know, the artwork and that, and you know, and so on. So I've always liked Judge Dredd in 2000 AD. I specifically like when he looked like this sort of thing, because he did have some odd looks at times. This was one of the better ones. I didn't like it. There was one where they had the helmet part he wears come right out here sort of thing. It looked ridiculous. Like, that looked much better. Looked like it actually served the purpose at this point. So yeah, anyway, let's not concentrate on that too much. And then I had a random poster. I'm not going to open it up fully, but I believe this is a Genesis poster. So that came in it. Can you see that? Yeah. So that came in it, which is a shame in one respect, because I do like the Terminator, but I'm not a fan of Genesis. So I thought Genesis was terrible. But now this is one of the parts I did really like. Bear in mind, like I already told you, paid £22 for this. It came with this graphic novel. So, I mean, that's the back of it, and you know, it's a collection of all different stories. You know, great artwork. British comic, don't forget, guys. At least it started off British. I don't know at this point if it was or not. I can't remember. But I don't think it is now. I'm pretty sure someone else owns it. But yeah, so this is the Mega Collection. So, nice graphic novel. Got a bit of a melt there, but I'm sure that'll wipe off, because it is a hardback. So that'll probably wipe off with an antibacterial wipe. But yes, very happy with that. That was one of the things I wanted. Right, now, here we go. This is when the bad artwork starts. Someone tell me, what is that? What is that? That is horrible. In fact, I don't even like the font either. The Captain America font. I hate that. Don't like that. But look at this artwork. That is bloody awful, isn't it? Don't like that. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm not going to call out who did it, because I don't think that's fair, but it's really not very nice. And then this one as well. I don't like this either. Now, again, this goes back to soulless looking artwork. I mean, look at that. It's horrible. Just no imagination in that. That took 5 minutes to draw that. That's terrible. Don't like it. So that's not staying either. Tell you one thing that will be staying. This one. Silver Sable. You got to love an old comic. I mean, this one's what? 21st or 21. This is February. $1.25. So that's got to be an old one. Probably 80s. Yeah, you can't beat that. Look at that cover art. I mean, look at it. That is hours of work. You know, that's when artwork was great. Not this soulless rubbish. Now, you might argue that this one looks computer generated, and I'd agree. You know, out of all the Transformers, I'd say this one's got the least amount of good artwork, or the least amount of time spent on it. I'd say this was probably done fairly quickly on a computer. But it is Transformers. I do like Transformers, so I probably will keep that. And I don't know if you noticed, that was a free comic book day one there as well. So I've got a couple of them now. These will definitely be going. I've got no interest in Squirrel Girl. Yeah, that can go. That's number 1. Yeah, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. That just screams woke to me. Like, it really does. They're lucky I'm not setting it on fire, to be honest. So, yeah, and that's another one. What number's that one? Oh, that's number 2. So, yeah, that can go as well. That really... Oh, my God, I didn't notice that till now. That's bloody Iron Man down the bottom with a squirrel on his head. I mean, this is what I'm talking about here. What is this? Why has Iron Man got a squirrel on his head? It's random. Just wrong in all areas. This one I'm not sure on, the all-new Invaders. I'm not really sure. The artwork's not bad. It's pretty good. I'll be honest, not read it. So I'll have a look at that. But, you know, good example. This one, I'll definitely be keeping. Daredevil. That's an old one, that one. Now that is, it says -1. Okay. -1. I don't know what year that is, but it looks old. So, yep, that'll be staying. Yeah, I love this old artwork. It really is something that's lacking these days. You know, another good example right there. The Thing. Yeah, it's superb. Now, I'm going to say one thing, guys. I do apologise if this is a long video, but I want you to see what I got for £22. Trust me, it was no small amount. The End is Forever. I'm guessing this is, yep, another Fantastic Four. That one I'm not so sure. That looks like a more modern one. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at it. There's a lot of glare. I do apologise, guys. I try and use a ring light so that you can get a decent look at it. This one is a little bit ruckled, I've noticed. Unfortunately, sometimes the ring light, you know, although it does show it better, it also glares it out. This one, I like the picture, but it does look a lot like this new artwork, you know, so I don't know. I'm 50-50 with this, but it is X-Men. I do like X-Men. So, yeah, all new X-Men. So I might give it a go. This one is a very good example of the laziness I'm talking about. Same series, obviously. But, yeah, look, I mean, that's just lazy, isn't it? You know. Or I'll just put a face on there and give it glowing eyes, and I'll do it all with a computer. I mean, sometimes I look at this stuff, right, and when you consider what AI does now, you see what AI does now, it's like, well, how long's AI been doing that for? Were they already using it for stuff like that? Probably not. I mean, I think that's probably like 2015, so probably not. But, I mean, it does look like something an AI would come up with, because if you look at the artwork it does do these days, it does look like that. Yeah, another Fantastic Four. Again, yeah, I'm on the fence. This was when I think the artwork was starting to change from the sort of artwork I liked to the new rubbish stuff. That's kind of like borderline, I would say. This one will definitely be going. I have no interest in this. Little Marvel, yeah, no interest at all. So that will go. These ones I'm not sure on. I wasn't really a fan of Elektra, if I'm honest, and I'm not really a fan of the comic, like the cover art on these, if I'm honest either. But I did read that it's quite a good story, so I might give it a go, at least read it. And then if I don't like it, get rid of it, you know. So there's the second one. And I've got the full run of this one in here. So that's 1 and 2. There you go, that's the next one. It's just not very imaginative, like, you know. It really isn't. You know, I just think it's lazy. You know, you think, right, your cover's your selling point. I mean, that one's a bit better. Number 4. But, I mean, look, let's go back to number 3. Do they really think that sells comics? Like, what is that? They don't sell a comic to me. I look at that and I'm like, what is that? I mean, to be honest with you, if it weren't for the fact that it's got Elektra written across the top, I wouldn't have even put 2 and 2 together there. Because there's just nothing other than the writing telling you that. Like, it's just, like I say, I've said it many times already. Don't want to keep repeating myself. But it is lazy. You know? That's number 5. Oh. We'll start to slide around now. Sometimes you get that little bit of static and they start sliding off each other. That one's a little bit better, but still not massively inventive. You know, there's a lot of area on the cover where they could have done something and they haven't. And that's the difference between the two, you know. You've got the old ones that are massively busy and they take up literally every inch of the comic. Like every inch of the cover is covered with something. And then you go to the extreme you've got now where there's like nothing. Like it's gone from one to the other. New Mutants, an older one, much better artwork. You know, this is what I like, this stuff. So now look at that, night and day, innit? Look at that. And then look at that. I mean, come on. Like, you see what I'm saying here, right? You get it, right? So, yeah, I don't know. What are we going to do? Like I say, some people might disagree. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And also, if there's any of these ones that I'm saying I'm not sure on, let me know in the comments if they're any good. Cable, that's staying. That's definitely not going. I do like Cable. He's a great character. I always have been a fan. I was very excited about Cable turning up in Deadpool. Should I say Deadpool 2? I didn't think they did a bad job, actually. I thought it was quite interesting who they chose to pick him as well, when you consider that he'd already played someone in the Marvel Universe already, and that was Thanos. Again, another good example of comic book art there, with X-Force. Again, that one will be staying. Wolverine. Love me some Wolverine. Wolverine's got to be one of my favourite characters. Do love it. And again, an old one. $1.75 that was back in the day. We have got cheaper. We got some at $1.25. Right, now these ones are interesting. These are Dark Horse. Right, let's get the full series out, because there's 2 series here. Now these ones, I'm probably going to move on, because I can't imagine I'm going to read them. But these ones are worth a bit. One series is and one series isn't. I think it's this one that isn't. And that is Gru, Friends and Foe. Nice examples. Dark Horse Comics. So that's number 1 there. It's not something I really know a great deal about, if I'm honest. It wasn't really something I was into. They kind of look like, you know, this sort of comedy, sort of comic artwork, you know, with that sort of like old medieval look to it. That's number 2, and then you've got number 3. So that's Gru, Friends and Foe. So yeah, interesting artwork, just not really my thing, you know. But these are the ones that were also in there, and I looked them up before I bought the bundle, because I was like, I've never heard of them. I mean, obviously I'd heard of the character he's crossing over with, but I hadn't heard of Gru. Right, so let's put that down for a minute. These all stick together. So the character he's crossing over with is Conan. So it's Gru versus Conan. Now these ones are quite interesting. So I'm in 2 minds. Don't know where to keep them or not. But these are worth a little bit. Not a massive amount of money, but they are worth a bit. So that's number 2. Number 3. Oh, glare again. It's kind of funny because they've like the way they're trying to meld the 2 art styles. They're very different to each other, you know. So it's interesting the way they've tried to do it. So we'll get into our next one, which is The End of the Thing. Interesting title, that, isn't it? Very gripping. The End of the Thing. And again, very good artwork. 75 cents. This is an old one. You know, don't know how old, but it is old. And it's in great condition as well. No yellowing, nothing. And of course, with white comics, they're the first ones to go. That's when you normally notice the yellowing. This one I like. This has got some lovely artwork. Look at that, X-Force. Very colourful. What we like to see. Lots of detail. Very nice. Let's have a look. X-Men Deluxe, this one. Direct edition. Yeah, it's very nice. I like that one. So, this is the thing, right? What you probably noticed, guys, I like my comics. And I do know comics. But at the same time, there's a lot of comics. And I don't know everything about comics. Nobody does. It'd be impossible to. But I do know a pretty good part about it. Now, these ones I like. These are a lot better than the UK ones I used to get back in the day. But, you know, we've got some Simpsons. I've got to be honest, probably not going to keep these. They are in lovely condition. The Future Armour one looks quite smart as well. I mean, look at that. That's some nice artwork. Very wacky. Quite like that. There was one here that I'm going to keep. I haven't come across it yet, but I will show you. And then we got Bart Simpson. Because there's like a collection of The Simpsons, Bart Simpson and Futurama. Another Futurama there. Good artwork. I mean, Futurama finished, didn't it? So, you know, might be quite an audience for Futurama comics. There's a Simpsons one there. Great artwork again. You know, it's The Simpsons, and it's timeless, really, to be honest. Although I say it's timeless, I've got to be honest, I do think they should wrap it up now, though. Because now woke and all that rubbish is coming in, it's kind of ruining it a bit. I mean, I don't know if this is true, because I haven't watched it for a long time, but I heard that a poo went out of it because it was considered racist. You know, like, that character's been in there for donkeys, like, you know, now all of a sudden they took it out. But then look who owns it now, you know, is it any surprise? You know, I don't think anybody saw that as racist. I certainly don't remember people complaining about it. But now all of a sudden it's a problem, you know, so I do think at this point, in this day and age, they probably should wrap it up now, because what are you going to do? You're going to keep taking things out that are offending people? Let's be honest, these days everything offends everybody. Whatever happened to the day of if sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me? You know, just man up, right? You know, just stop being a wuss. Stop letting everything affect you so much. So, winter whinging? Oh, perfect. You know, we're just talking about people whinging, aren't we? There you go, perfect example. So, even they're talking about it. Right, let's move my mic, because I'm very aware that the comics are getting close to the bottom of that. Then we got Monty Burns' first annual toy giveaway. Bit of glare again, you know. All in very good condition. Right, which is why I bagged and bought them, because I want to make sure they stay that way. This is the one I'm keeping. And Scott, if Scott is watching this right now, he's probably going, damn you, it's a zombie comic, I want that. Yeah, I'm keeping that, because I love the artwork, look at that. And it's a Treehouse Horror one, you've got to keep it, haven't you? Can't let that go, that's staying with me. And then we got Homer doing what he does best, eating donuts. Nice colours there too, I like that, very nice. This one's quite nice as well. Summer Shindig, Spectacular Super Simpsons. There we go, that's the last one. Now, one thing I will say about these comics is they're a lot thicker than the Marvel ones. So, you know, I think you probably got more for your money. But then when you look at the price, I mean, you see that there, $4.99. That's quite a costly price for a comic. I don't know how long ago these come out, but that's quite pricey. So I'm just looking. I mean, this one here, number 215 was $2.99, but this one's probably a little bit thicker. That might be why it's more expensive. But anyway, I'm just waffling now. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Like I say, any of the ones I said in a previous video, and even this one, that I'm not really sure if they're any good or not. Let me know if they're any good. You know, are they worth keeping? Some of them, are there some there that maybe aren't very good and I should get rid of them? Let me know. If there's any there that I said I'm not sure on and you've read them, let me know if they're any good. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here, and until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.